Hello, crackers. Welcome back to the Blackbird Podcast. Blah, 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 blah. How y'all doing? Y'all good? Are y'all good? I said I'd get in time this week and blah, blah, blah. So, what's happening with you? Are you enjoying yourselves? Are you good? So, we were coming into the Paddys Day weekend. Bank holiday weekend. Is there anyone getting smashed for that anymore? I won't be. I haven't been smashed in Paddys Day in quite some time now. But I remember back, and it was like, that was a session that went on for days. I don't know. I see a lot of people saying, don't drink before this, don't drink. Da, 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 da. Obviously, we want everyone to be safe and happy and, not so messy or anything. But it's like the Irish has been deleted from Ireland, isn't it? Good or bad, whatever you think. It seems to me like Ireland the Irishness has been deleted from Ireland. So, food for thought for some folks. But, I don't think I'll be taking in any parades and all of that. It's like a perfect opportunity to have a sleep in. A well overdue sleepy sleep. As much as one can in this house. But, by all means, go to your parades and have fun. But I was never really one for parades. I can remember when the parades had lovely sunny days, but then the last 10 years, it's fucking wintry as fuck on Paddy's Day. But a few weeks after that, then the year picks up weather-wise. For when you're working outdoors, you're aware of this. So everything up until that moment in the year is a fucking struggle. Yeah, although we've had a few good weeks, but mainly it's been shitty. So, happy Paddy's Day to all you Paddys and fans of Paddys. Have a good one. Enjoy it. Whatever it is that means for you. Do that and be happy. Was it, I never knew that the whole Paddy's Day celebration thing originated in America. With the fucking, the Irish communities in America, and it just kind of got out of hand. I'd heard Micheál Martin at the White House giving some chit chat, and I think this is what he was saying. Which I was like, is he fucking telling the truth? Because these fucking politicians. Everything is strategic. Everything is like, don't let the truth get in the way kind of thing. But that's what was said, and I was like, really? I didn't think. Although it probably makes sense, because over here we'd be like, fuck you and your parade. I'm still pretty much that way. Fuck you and your parade. Fucking nonsense. But anyway, happy Paddy's Day, everybody. And the mail and match competition, I finished mine. This week. Monday evening I finished it. Didn't do great, must be said. But I found out why afterwards. I was fucking... Keith and Phelan were kind of made a few pointers. So they did a little video to show me where I was falling down, and they showed me the video and goes, did you see it? And I'm going, what is it? But they explained it to me. And it's a funny fucking thing. Archery, you know what I mean? I just don't seem to be focused that much on fucking anything. I think it's the time of the year or something. I don't know. Or maybe I can point to a million different things. But Dunbrody is coming up next Sunday. So it'll be our first shoot of the year, I think. So I forget what it is. What competition, what kind of shoot. But I'm going to go. Got to keep tabs on Dunbrody, make sure that they are still the Real Madrid of archery clubs in Ireland. It's a heavy burden to hold, this title. So we shall go and see if Dunbrody are still being so excellent and diligent and attention to detail and the atmosphere and all of these things. Because there's a few other places that are biting at the bit in contention for that number one spot that I've seen last year. A few surprises, but cool. I'm not going to go on anymore about how we don't have enough fucking shoots in the air. It's fucking ridiculous. Just saying it. June and fucking July in Ireland, I might add. Probably, potentially the better 2 months. Some would argue August and September aren't too bad, but June and July, I mean, that's fucking summer. Hello? I think we're the only club that has a shoot on in June and July. That's fucking ridiculous. That's ridiculous. So, I'd like to see that fucking addressed. Gotta rattle some cages. We gotta rattle some cages, folks. So there, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I brought in my little book of a gentleman by the name of Jack Vettriano. He's a Scottish lad. He passed away there about 2 weeks ago, I think. And I think he was like 71 or something, 72 maybe. He's a fucker. You probably know him, you probably know his work. This guy did not suffer fucking establishment at all. He had no time. Well, I don't know. The few bits of interviews I got with him, they were, because he seemed to be very honest, you know what I mean? He didn't go to art college, he didn't do any of this. I think he started out working in the mines, and for a brief period, I think when he was 21, he got like some paints as a birthday present from some girl that he was with. Some girl. I say that because I don't know who she is. I don't know her name. Nah. But anyway. So he started, taking up as a hobby, and he was saying in a number of interviews I saw that he just didn't know what to do, but he knew he wanted to paint. He was enjoying it. So he'd look through artists that he found he liked the look of, their paintings. So he says, I'm going to copy this guy, I'm going to copy that guy. And off he went. And that's how he kind of learned how to paint, by copying all these other, we'll say, masters. Because most of them would have been. And then he kind of, it fizzled out for a little while, and then it came back, and when he was at it, then he's like, right, what do I want to say? He wanted his style. So he went and developed his style, and it was I like it. He's got one painting in particular, The Singing Butler, it's called. And I think that sold for like £750,000. And the establishment, therefore, do not like this man. They never have. I've watched some interesting comments from, I think, 3 or 4. There's some well-known art critic in Scotland whose name escapes me. I think it's Scotland. Maybe it's England and Scotland. But I rarely remember names of people like this, because who the fuck are you? Like, what are you doing? You're doing nothing, okay? This is someone over here, Jack, and those like Jack. He's creating something out of nothing. And he's putting it out there. And then you have this prick who went to school, who knew all the people, and now he's a critic, and he just shits all over this guy as soon as he starts making, as soon as he's popular. They're like, why is he popular? He's shit. And da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. I wouldn't have been so cool if I was Jack. If this guy was going out of his way to make personal attacks on me in the media with the backing of his establishment, I'd have torched that whole thing. I'd have fucking torched it. Scorched earth I'd have gone on this fucking crowd. But the Jack guy just said, I paint what I like. People seem to like it, and they buy it. So fuck you. And that was probably the best approach. He was probably, and maybe still is, when you do a painting, you can get professionally photographed, and they'll make posters out of it. They call this a print. And you can have a limited edition print, and you can have unlimited. But his prints outsold everybody. I mean, all the big names. And they talk about the big names. The big names that they talk about usually got kicked out of art college very quickly or didn't go to art college. So just because it's maybe 100 years later, they're now suddenly great. Because it took these muck fucks about 100 years to figure out, oh yeah, they're actually good. So I imagine it'll be the same with Mr. Vettriano in the future, but I liked his stuff. I'm going to show you some of his pics there now in a minute. I don't know if the Singing Butler is in that book. I was actually looking for a bigger book, but I couldn't find one when I got this along with my Norman Rockwell little thing and Jackson Pollock at the time. It was a nice day for, shopping around for art stuff, and I saw all these little books and I thought they're kind of cute to having the studio for when you're kind of going, oh, you can look at them, be inspired by them. And because Norman Rockwell and this guy, these are the two out of and maybe Van Gogh, because I've already done a Norman Rockwell and I did a Van Gogh. I did a lot of Michelangelo sketches just as practice back in the day, but I'd like to do Jack Vettriano, just kind of, again, the mechanics of painting. It might inspire to kind of just get a momentum going, and so I'm thinking about doing a Jack Vettriano painting, and I shall hang it in my home. But I can't get one with all these sexy ladies in their very suggestive positions and situations. I might go to Singing Butler. It's a lovely painting. It's like the scene is. The light in it is beautiful. He actually reminds me a lot of Norman Rockwell with some of his paintings regarding the light and atmosphere that he creates and the scenario that he creates. There's a very idealistic viewpoint from him when he's doing the likes of the Singing Butler. But the scene is they're on a beach, a nice flat beach, and it's kind of cloudy, grey, but there's a soft light there, and there's clearly a breeze, and there's this gentleman and his lady, and they're dressed as if they're going to a ballroom thing, dinner, dance thing, high society, but back in the day when they dressed like they had class. So he's dancing with his lady on the beach. There's a maid there, she's fighting against the wind, and then there's a butler there holding an umbrella. And story goes, he's like, what am I going to call this painting? What are they dancing to? And then he just said he was working on the butler, and he goes, maybe the butler's singing. So he called it the Singing Butler, and legend is born. I like this story, it's cool. He just didn't give a fuck. He just didn't entertain like trying to be, oh, this painting is blah blah blah. He's like, oh look, it's just a couple on a beach having a dance, and the butler's there and he's singing their favourite song. And it's nice. It's just, it's a nice, he has a lot of paintings that have a nice view of life, of a potential life. And it reminds you not to fucking get down into the quagmire of the fucking everyday bills, work, earning, all this shit. That's, dream a little. Dance on the beach with a lady and have fun. So I like this painting. Visually, it's very, very beautiful. It's very, very lovely. I think this is the painting I shall do. And his paintings aren't that large. I think the largest he probably went would have been maybe 3 feet by 2 feet or 3 feet squared or something like that. Maybe just something bigger. But usually I saw him painting, on the footage I saw, very small canvases. He didn't have to paint them big, I suppose. I mean, I don't have to paint big either, but I just like painting big. I'm going to downsize this year because I've no fucking room for all the big ones. But yeah, Jack Vettriano. You should check him out. Google him, people. He passed away there a few weeks ago. He actually did a portrait of Billy Connolly. It was actually through Billy Connolly put some post up on Facebook there last week, and I was like, what? Jack Vettriano's dead? Fuck. It was a kind of a shock to me. Not like I'd be keeping tabs on him, but you know what I mean? It's fucking seldom now that we have artists today. Because the last year now I've been kind of thinking, is art fucked? But apparently not. Apparently not at all. Even in Ireland it seems to be doing pretty good. Just ticking away. There's some... my buddy Jim was sending me some of these auctions, online auctions. And I'm not saying that it's like, you know, famous. Because some of the artists that they were auctioning off, I never heard of them. But they're currently working in Ireland, living in Ireland, Irish artists, and they're selling. I'd be happy with the prices they were selling them at. So that's nice. I mean, it's nice to be able to know that you do a thing. Obviously, the money isn't the primary. It's not the principal reason for you to do it. But that it is like, you know, just later on, you know, once you have a bunch of them together, there's an appetite potentially to sell them. And that this is good. This is nice. Nice to know. So I'm thinking I'll do the Jack Vettriano and maybe a Norman Rockwell, because I'm kind of just like trying to figure out what I want to paint right now. Because my love affair with the horses is not totally gone at all. I still have unfinished business with my horses. My horses. Not that I have horses, I do not. So yeah, so Jack Vettriano, let me show you people, you might know this guy. He's from Scotland. A lot of Scottish lads now with Italian surnames in the limelight for music and for art. There was a really classical look to his characters. But yeah, the critics, I must get back to the critics. You know, these are some of his... Can you see these pictures? I don't know if you can see them. They're the darker ones that he would do. You can see that he was a Caravaggio fan. As am I. Where is... He had some nice bright ones as well. And he's... here's another one. It's a bright one. You know, everyday life kind of thing, and then with a little bit of a twist. But yeah, the one critic was saying that he felt his paintings were very pornographic because of these kind of pictures. I don't think this is at all pornographic. I don't know what this fucking critic... I don't know where he lives or how he thinks, but that's not pornographic. There's a tension there. Alright, it's a sexual tension perhaps. But it's universal. This is universal. All people want to have sex. It's one of our primary functions to reproduce as a species. But society seems to have villainized a lot of things. Alright, he gets a bit, you know, whatever. I imagine there'd be a few swingers situations there. You know what I mean? A lot of liberties. But, you know, as a painting, as a picture, even the content of the picture. These are more dark ones here. Can you see them? I don't know if you can see these, but if you Google them or go to YouTube, there's some very interesting small documentaries on him that he did a while back. But no, the singing butler isn't here. Just hello. that looks like a relaxing moment, no? So it is a sneak peek behind the man's mind and his tastes, and he's unapologetic about it, and he should have nothing to apologize for fuck's sake. He's being honest, and he's super popular. Like I said, his prints were selling out more than all the big hitters. And every painting's named in it. It was like, you know, you look at the painting, you're following it around, and you're having a good look. And you're getting your own thoughts, and then you read the name of the painting, and then it like gives you a jolt, pushes you in the right direction of, I see. It's not like you have to figure it out or anything. That's not what art is about. It's not about you trying to figure out what the artist is doing. If you connect with a painting for whatever reason, just simply on its visual, because that's what it is. It's a visual thing. But then the name, in your, how you view the world, how you view your reality, it's really up to you what that painting is all about. That's the beauty of art. You know what I mean? No one should be dictating to you what this is about. You see it, you see the name of the painting, and you go, okay, 1 and 1 equals whatever you think 2 is. And that's it, that's what it is. And that seems to be his approach. And he was mad about cars as well, like the classical cars, and he's got some cool he actually he was very good at that. It wouldn't be a whole car. In some cases it would be, but there's usually a pretty woman in sunglasses smoking a cigarette, wearing high heels. That was one of his things. He's mad about a woman in high heels. But again, very classical looking, you know. So it's like he looked back in time and maybe longed for that element of class. That just isn't there anymore. It's all fucking hoodies and tracksuits these days. It's just, you know, I get it. I get where he's coming from. You know, you see some old movies there, and you think, geez, they look so cool. These people with their suits and with their hairdos. The women look super elegant, and I like this elegance and kind of. It's cool, man. And it's cool that he did this in paintings. Because in fairness, like, everything is untastefully sex, I would say, today. I mean, you look at music industry, for example. Fuck me, Pink. It's shit. It's so in my opinion. It's all like fucking, definitely some kind of, I don't know, voodoo bullshit going on there for sure. With a very unappetizing sexual content to it. No elegance. The fashion was always kind of that way. It's always selling sex, basically. You go out in a city or a big town any weekend, and the majority of the women anyway are dressed like, you know, out in the town. What's the saying? Out in the town last night, talk of the town today. And of course, as men, you're going to be like, you know, you have a few beers and you're like, oh. But when it comes to the sober mind, it's like, oh yeah, no, not at all. But yeah, it's just a frustrated society. This is where we start to jump off the cliff then and go into the tinfoil hat landscape. Say, okay, why is this? Why is it all so? It's just so fucking angst. Or maybe is it just Ireland? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Everywhere, they're trying to make everywhere look the fucking same. Like I said, back to the Paddys Day and Ireland, trying to delete the Irishness out of Ireland. Good luck with that. You might think you're doing it, but you're not. That's why I always kind of secretly hoped and prayed that the European Union would just fucking collapse. It's a bad yoke. in my opinion. And it's all, if people just money. There's money to be made by the money men who are going to make money anyway. These people who finance both sides of every war. And it's none of our business because, you've one life, I suppose. You just want to live it and enjoy it. And have a full life as much as what that means to you. But these fucking people, they keep interrupting it. They keep fucking with it. And it's like, oh God. And now it's even harder to turn off from it because of all the exposure you have to it. So, happy Paddys Day. This is my flag. I am of the clan of the Irish. The Irish clan. Good or bad. I better stop smoking because I'm meant to be down. I'm going to go through my quota now very quickly. So yeah, Mr. Vettriano has passed away. Jack Vettriano. Google him. His paintings are class. And while you're at it, Google Norman Rockwell. You will not be disappointed. He's one of my real favourites. Norman Rockwell. I really like I always thought he was like, there's a great patriotism in his paintings of an ideal look at America. But when he came back from Paris, because he wanted to study under a real master and really get into his thing, and he came back and he said, yeah, I'm going to just be an artist. And the powers that be in America at the time said that's not going to happen because they understood the value in his work because they were using it for a form of propaganda. Keep bringing the people back to America for the dream, for that life. It's still there today. I mean, even in this current climate, I still think that, yeah, if you were a single individual and you had time on your side, you'd be thinking, fuck it, I'm going to America. At least my efforts have a better chance of being rewarded there. So I think it's still very valid, even with all the crazy bullshit that's around the world. Because Norman Rockwell really embodied that. But when he came back anyway, and he was told to do this, I think he died a little. He started getting a bit political. There's a few about all the racism down in South America, or not South America, the southern states of America. He has one or two paintings with that in it. And it was a slap in the face to a lot of people because this is not what you expect from Norman Rockwell. He was like a Bruce Springsteen album. So yeah, Jack the lad. Jack is gone. But I'm going to do a Jack Vettriano painting, a tribute, if you will. And it's going to probably be the Butler one. I'll start with that anyway. I might do two. See what kind of canvas I have. I have a nice canvas there, actually. I can use this canvas. So, there you have it. Jack Vettriano. Cool dude. A pure slob though. Fuck me. You should see his fucking place where he's painting in his house. My God. Cigarette butts everywhere. Thought I was bad. At least I have a tidy place because there's fuck all happening in her art-wise. But anyway, so Jack Vettriano is gone, but not forgotten. And Paddy's weekend, I hope you have a good one. I really do. I'm going to go and I'm on the clock. I'm meant to be somewhere in a while. So crackers, thank you for watching. And thanks for the flurry of subscribers I've recently obtained on YouTube. I appreciate it. Okay? So happy Paddys Day. Get some art into your soul and have a good one. Drink loads. Bye-bye.